Warrior Two posture is possibly one of the most well-known postures in yoga. We see it on adverts, we see it everywhere, so we're fairly familiar with how it's done, but there's loads of different ways again to just make it your own and to make it work for you as well. So we're going to start with sort of your most common Warrior Two posture. So we're coming out wide on the yoga mat. We're just going to start with one side, so taking the left toes, face them to the short edge of the mat, bend that left knee. So body is open wide to that long edge. We're going to check out the knee, just make sure it hasn't fallen in or out. We're aiming to get it nicely in line with the toes. Heart is lifted, belly's coming up, pelvic floor is coming up. We're finding that lovely strong posture. So this is a great posture for just feeling super strong, feeling powerful and really getting into just your yoga flow. There's some different options with the arms. So I like to sometimes start with palms together. We can relax the shoulders here, we can focus on spreading the feet, pushing that back foot into the floor just as much as the front foot. If and when you feel ready, we bring the arms out to shoulder height, and it's always worth a little look forwards and backwards, because often arms are maybe a little bit squiff, one's further up than the other. And then we're going to take that gaze to the front, just gently gazing over the fingertips into your drishti point. Nice long breaths. This doesn't work for you with the arms and the upper body, you find this quite heavy and the arms start slowly coming down. We can bring hands to the hips. Again, looking over the shoulder, lovely tall body. We're still getting all of the activation in the body, we're just allowing the arms to rest a little bit. So this is perfect. Nice, soft breathing, gently gazing. So come out, we're pushing into the leg, just not locking out the knee, turning the feet, and maybe taking a little bit of a wiggle with the hips. Now I'm going to move this onto the other side just to show another variation. So we're bending the knee, we're coming back in to our warrior posture. Gaze is coming forward. We can make this into a dynamic movement. So particularly if you're doing this in the morning, you want to get a bit of blood pumping, you want to bring in that prana, the energy. You're going to inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And it can be slow, it can be a little quicker, depending on how you're feeling on that particular day. Again, settling in to the posture. Let the arms come down, coming out nice and gently. Giving the legs a wiggle, feeling how that's opened up the hips, energized the body. Another option would be to bring in the chair. So if standing for sort of slightly longer periods is just not for you, or if you're more thinking of doing this as part of your chair yoga routine, then we're going to start sitting, knees in line with the hips if possible, maybe using the blocks if you need to. You're going to take one knee out to the side, so we're opening up. So we're again pointing this knee away, and then we're going to extend in to the opposite leg. So if this is slightly further in or slightly further out, just find where you need to be. So we've got these warrior legs going. We can push very gently down into the floor. We can lift the arms and take the gaze. We can have the hands to the hips, hands together at the heart. See how it feels. Wherever we are, we're just breathing into the posture, rooting down, but lifting high. Another option to use the chair here would be if we are standing but we find maybe balance is a bit of an issue, or we're just feeling like we need a bit of extra reassurance. You can take the chair in front of you or possibly towards the end of the mat. Bring the feet out. They don't have to be super wide either. You can keep this quite narrow, particularly if you do have hip issues, any sort of postpartum as well, and you don't want to be stretching the hips out. So we bend the knees and we just have the chair in front of us or at the ends of the mat so that we can have a hand on the chair. We might lift the backhand or we might just have it on the hip. Keeps us nice and supported, and it's that reassurance that we've got something to lean on if we need to push up and away. Plenty of options for you to explore.